Welcome back to the Creative Business Mindset Podcast. I am your host, Jane Bellante, and today we're diving into a topic that I know so many of you need right now: how to get more eyes on your business without burning yourself out. I see this all the time. And listen, this was me too. Creatives feeling like they have to be on every platform, posting all the time, constantly chasing engagement and posting stuff just for engagement that has nothing to do with your art or your business, and feeling like you're getting nowhere, and feeling completely exhausted, overwhelmed, and ready to quit. Does this sound familiar? So here's the truth. Visibility is essential, but the way most creatives approach it leads straight to burnout. And this was me. I burned out so hard. You don't have to be everywhere, and you don't have to work 24/7 to get seen. So in today's episode, we're covering why your current visibility strategy might be working against you, the biggest myths about getting seen online, a sustainable, burnout-free way to attract more customers, and a simple, repeatable strategy to stay visible without feeling exhausted. So let's get started. Welcome to the Creative Business Mindset Podcast, the show where creativity meets strategy and mindset meets success. I'm Jane Bellante, artist, coach, and creative entrepreneur, here to help you break free from self-doubt, clear limiting beliefs, and build a business that aligns with who you truly are. Each week, we dive into the mindset shifts, visibility strategies, and creative breakthroughs that help you turn your passion into a thriving business without burnout, overthinking, or perfectionism holding you back. If you're ready to step into your power, create with confidence, and grow a business you love, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Okay, so I want to get started with the real reason so many creatives struggle with getting eyes on their business. And this is it. They are trying to do too much, too fast, in too many places, all by themselves. So here is what I see happening. And again, I want you to understand that this was me, right? Because I've had my creative business for more than 30 years. And I've made every single mistake in the book. So this is what I see happening. Posting every single day on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Pinterest. Every single, maybe even YouTube. Maybe you're doing a number of edited videos on YouTube every single week. Constantly creating new content without a strategy. Spending hours engaging with other people's pages, hoping the algorithm is finally going to work in your favor, and feeling like if they take a break, their business is going to disappear. Like, oh my God, I didn't post today. I'm in trouble. And guess what? This cycle isn't sustainable. And the worst part, it leads to burnout, it leads to frustration, and it leads to incredibly talented, creative people giving up entirely. So you do not need to be everywhere to be seen. You just need to be visible in the right way. So let's talk about what's actually working and how you can apply it to your business without burnout. So before we get into the actual solution, I want to bust some common visibility myths that are keeping you stuck. Myth number one is, I have to be everywhere to be successful. No, you don't. In fact, trying to be everywhere at once is a surefire way to burn out. Instead, I want you to focus on one or two platforms where your audience is already hanging out and go all in. So if you are just beginning to build your audience, stick to one platform. And the thing with Meta is, like, you can post from Instagram to Facebook or Facebook to Instagram. So if you want to do two platforms, I would focus on those. Myth number two, more content equals more sales. Nope. Posting constantly without a strategy, it just equals busy work. Instead, we want to focus on high impact content, quality over quantity. Do you hear that? Quality over quantity. Myth number 3 is I need a huge following to make money. And this is not true either. And I know a lot of creators or creatives where you're going live, multiple times per week, trying to get to 10,000 followers so that Facebook monetizes you and then you'll have a business. Right. And what I want to tell you is that you can have a business now. You do not need 10,000 followers to monetize. You can monetize yourself now. So if we focus on engaging with the audience you already have, this is more powerful than a big disengaged audience because likes do not equal sales. Engagement doesn't equal sales. Okay. So how do you get more eyes on your business without spending every waking hour on social media? Let's break it down. I have 4 simple steps for you. Okay. 4 steps. Step number 1, I want you to get clear on your core visibility strategy. So before you even think about posting, I want you to ask yourself, where does my ideal customer spend the most time? Because if that ideal customer is spending the most time on Pinterest and you're only posting on Facebook, you're in the wrong place, right? And vice versa. So where does your ideal customer spend the most time? What type of content are they engaging with? And what is the easiest and most natural way for me to show up consistently? Like if you don't like going live, guess what? You don't have to go live. Despite what you hear all the time, you got to go live. Just get over it, go live, right? You don't have to do that. What's the easiest and most natural way for me to show up consistently? So if your audience loves Pinterest and YouTube, why are you wasting time on TikTok? Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Step 2, I want you to repurpose and work smarter, not harder. Because working hard, that's force, and that just leads to burnout. So instead of creating brand new content all the time, you can do this. Create it once and repurpose it everywhere. You can turn a podcast episode into an Instagram reel, a blog post, and an email. You can take a past popular post and tweak it for a new platform. You can use old content that your audience loved instead of reinventing the wheel. This way you're working smarter and not harder. So I'm sure you've heard that before. Hopefully that makes sense. Step 3 is prioritize connection over just posting. So visibility isn't just about getting seen. It actually is building relationships because when people know, like, and trust you, that's when they begin to buy, right? So you want to build those relationships. Instead of just posting and hoping for engagement, start conversations. You can direct message your new followers. You can comment meaningfully. You can create content that sparks replies. You can host live Q&As. You can send personal voice notes. You can make people feel seen. And really and truly, isn't that what we all want? We want to feel seen. We want to feel seen in a community that likes the same stuff we like. It builds trust and loyalty. And guess what? Trust and loyalty, that leads to actual sales. So step number 4 is automate and batch so you can take breaks. Batch your content so you can film multiple videos at once. You can write a month's worth of emails in one sitting, right? If you're sending an email out once a week, that's 4 emails. You can batch your images that you're going to post on Facebook. And then using scheduling tools. Use the Facebook schedule to schedule on Facebook and on Instagram. And so this is what I do. I sit down once a week. I schedule all of my posts. It takes about 30 minutes and then I'm done. I don't even have to worry about it. I know that I've got content up there and it's like freedom. And then I want you to have an off plan. So setting aside time each week where you're not actually creating, you're not doing anything for your business so that you can recharge. Because we didn't start our business to work 24 hours a day, did we? I know I didn't. And that's what it feels like when you are a solo creative entrepreneur. Is, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this, right? So using some of these automate and batch tools and ideas really will help you clear some time in your schedule so that you can take some time off. So let's take action now. I'm going to give you a no burnout visibility plan. And this also has 4 steps. And so I want to make this actionable for you. So this week, I want you to do this visibility challenge. So step 1 is picking 1 or 2 platforms to focus on. Step 2 is choosing one content type that feels easy for you. Just one. Just that's all we're going to do for now is just one content type that feels easy for you. Maybe that's video, maybe that's a blog, a short post, an email, a post with a picture, a poll, a meme. Pick some content type that feels easy for you. And then I want you to repurpose at least one piece of content this week instead of creating it from scratch. Now, if you're brand new, you're not going to have any content to repurpose, so, don't overthink it. Okay? You can go into your analytics on Facebook and on Instagram, and you can look at the posts that got the most engagement, the most likes, whatever, and you can repurpose that content. Okay? And then again, I want you to set boundaries. Schedule some time off. It is so important because not only have I burned out once, I've burned out about 3 different times. Just, not paying attention, not setting boundaries, not doing any of these things that I'm telling you to do right now, which really, really makes my business feel free. I have a lot of free time during the week, a lot. And so that's what makes me excited about my business is, again, I didn't start it to work all the time. I started it so that I could have freedom. And it's really, really important to me. And I know that as a creative, you want time to create because that's what we love to do. That's why we created our businesses, right? I want to make stuff and I want to sell it, whether that is, online course, a physical item, art, jewelry, ceramics, whatever. You could have a brick and mortar, you could have a booth space. It doesn't matter what it is. I know that you didn't create your business to work all the time. So giving yourself some freedom helps you be more excited about it, and it keeps your energy up. Because if we're approaching our business with really low energy, guess what we're going to get back? Next to nothing, no sales, no excitement about our business, because that's what we're putting out. Remembering that law of attraction is what you give, you get. So if you have high excited energy about your business, that's what's going to come back to you, right? So recapping, getting more eyes on your business, it doesn't mean you have to be everywhere. You just have to be in the right places. And really taking the time to research where it is your perfect person hangs out, because that's where you want to be hanging out. You want to focus on strategic and high impact actions instead of exhausting busy work. And I understand that there's busy work in your business that has to get done. Like maybe you sell products and you have to package them and ship them, right? That's super busy work. But when you're focusing on the strategic high impact actions like the CEO of a business would do, you're going to get more sales and your messaging is going to become more clear so that your customer understands how you solve their problems, how you solve their pain points, how you help them or their home transform. And then prioritize connection, repurposing your old content and then using automation to stay visible without burnout. So I want to hear from you. What is one thing you're doing differently after this episode? DM me, or you can share in the Limitless Creators Hub. If you're not in the free Facebook group, I'm in there live every Monday morning with Motivation Monday. So you can be live with me and ask questions on Monday mornings so that you can start your week off in your creative business with a bang. And I have the Build an Unbreakable Business in 5 Days challenge coming up on April 7th. This is an incredible 5 days of how you can build your business so that it is unbreakable. And you walk out of there with action steps and a brand new plan with excitement for your creative business. So get on the wait list now. That is starting April 7th. And until next time, I want you to work smarter, not harder. Right? Set boundaries and begin to build the business that works for you. It's not a blanket statement for everybody. It is the business that works for you. And I guarantee you, you can build anything you want as long as you are committed to it. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube. And I will see you next week.